Hello, all my wonderful, beautiful bros, guys, wonderful, beautiful bros, guys, wonderful, beautiful Maverick Nation. I'm the Darsham Maverick. This is going to be part 2 of What If Naruto Was a Kiri Shinobi. The next video will be What If Naruto Was a Suna Shinobi part 2. But for now, we got What If Naruto Was a Kiri Shinobi part 2. And, well, what exactly we have here? Basically, we're going to start with, well, kind of how Team 7 was doing in Canon Naruto. Only Zabuza would also be bitching as well. Like, all 4 of them would be like, what the hell is up with all these damn D ranks? And even, like, Mei and Yagura and Ao, and even to a certain extent, like, Chojuro would be giving each other looks like, yeah, what is up with all the damn D ranks? And, you know, finally, it would indeed be revealed that there would be a certain thing, like, seeing as the Demon Brothers of the Mist, like, basically 2 tuning level ninja that defected, basically called the freaking Demon Brothers. You know, the Demon Brothers, basically they defected, and, well, they're tuning level ninja. They got their ass handed to them by these ninja from Konoha. And if you're gonna wonder what Team 7 is without Naruto, Danzo, just to be a dick, decided to let Sai join. So yeah, it would be like Sasuke, Sai, and Sakura. The 3 S's. However, Sai would have just been off, you know, in La La Land, just not giving a shit about his team. And Sakura, well, she would have been trying to protect the bridge builder. Well, it wouldn't even be really that they were trying to protect the bridge builder. It would be more or less just protect him until they get him to his home. Because, apparently, because of some unknown reason, Kazuna got sidetracked all the way over to the Land of Fire. More or less, you could say he got chased off to the Land of Fire. Now he has to find his way back home with escorts that are willing to protect him. And the Demon Brothers are just an example of the people that he needed to be protected from. And, well, with the Demon Brothers being around, that jots the, what was thought to be a C rank mission, up to an A rank. And, well, yeah, just damn. Yeah. Basically. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Gato would still be alive. So yeah, basically, Gato would still be alive, only he wouldn't have Haku and Zabuza. He would only have the Demon Brothers. And his other, thug level ninja. And a sort of secret weapon. Like, basically, Tazuna knows about the secret weapon, he just doesn't know what the secret weapon is. He knows that there's a secret weapon, he just doesn't know what it is. Or who it is. And basically, yeah, Tazuna is being forced to tell as much of the truth as he can, in order to, actually be escorted safely to the Land of Wave. Escorted by ninja. And, well, seeing as Yagura, noticing about the whole thing with, these day missions are stupid. All of the team, even Zabuza, himself, is, inwardly cursing about the whole D mission shit. And Yagura can kind of see that look on his face. On Zabuza's face. And he's just fine. I'll, give you guys, this mission. You can be allowed to be, help. And so, yeah, Naruto, Suigetsu, Karin, and their Jonin sensei, Zabuza, are all allowed to go on this mission, building this bridge. Only, they don't really know what the secret weapon is. None of them do. And, they're only being sent as aid to the Leaf Village Shinobi. They don't even know who the Leaf Village Shinobi are, with the only exception being Kakashi of the Sharingan, because of the fact that Kakashi's in the bingo books. And, Team 7, Team Kakashi, they don't even know about the aid of, the Mist Village is giving them. They don't even know until, they're right up on them. And, literally, Zabuza would be okay, we can see that you're surprised, and, Kakashi would just give him this look it would be Kakashi and freaking Tazuna would both be giving him this look no freaking shit, no duh. Nah, no. You think? You think? Dumbass? You think? Of course we're surprised. We had no idea. And wait, Naruto? Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, Naruto would be around, but he would have a Kiri headband on. And he would have strapped on his... Actually, he'd be pulling an Ukiura, where he would have one of the Kiba blades strapped on one of his sides, and the other Kiba blade strapped on the other side. How Ukiura has his sword Martialago strapped on one of his sides. So yeah, Naruto would kind of be pulling an Ukiura. And the Kakashi realizing not only is Naruto a Kiri ninja because of the damn headband, and the fact that he's with like this entire Kiri team, and well, basically the fact that these swords that Naruto has with him are actually like a set of swords that are a part of the 7 ninja swords that are made of the mist. They are Kiba. And Naruto just decides to not mention disaster release to any of the Leaf Ninja, even Kakashi. He doesn't even decide to mention disaster release to Kakashi. It's not even a Keke Genkai, it's actually a Keke Toda. He doesn't even mention that to Kakashi. He doesn't even mention that to any of them. That even that it's a Keke Toda. And also, because Naruto actually doubts that you even know what a Keke Toda is. And, it's just all of a sudden whenever Gato just comes up and he has his cane and he's like, "Ah, yes. I see you, Leaf Ninja." Wait, what? Who are those people? And it's just like, oh, well, then it's a good thing I have my secret weapon with me. Ah, yes. You might know him. He was a ninja from Iwagakure, land of stone, or earth. Basically, like land of earth. One of their Jinchuriki. Though, seeing as how much I'm willing to pay him. Yes. The Orokubi Jinchuriki. The Jinchuriki of Kokuo. His name, Han. Yes, that's right. The Five-Tails Jinchuriki. Han is working for freaking Gato. They're having to fight the Five-Tails Jinchuriki. Yes, that crazy shit. So basically, just all the killing intent from Han. Sakura just passes out. And it like kind of like nails side to the freaking bridge. Kind of like just nails him down there. And so Sasuke and Kakashi are out of all of those four. They're the only two that can actually like stand up. But like Sasuke's kind of frozen like a freaking ice statue in like fear. So Kakashi is just like, "Oh, don't worry, I can do it. Like, don't worry, I'll be fine." And Zabuza's just looking at him like, "Are you sure about that?" I mean, this is the freaking Five-Tails Jinchuriki we're talking about here. And that's whenever Zabuza remembers everything that Yagura said about, his getting, like, Suigetsu has, like, the freaking bloodline that allows himself to turn him into, like, liquid. Like, turn himself into liquid. And Karin is, like, an Uzumaki, which I believe I said it wrong in the last part. It's like, you bite her, not, like, she bites you. You bite her. And, like, you get increased. Like, you get an increase or something happens with your chakra. So, yeah, I think I am able to remedy that little failure there. And Naruto, oh, he has his own surprises. And so basically, the only people that are really able-bodied, which would be Kakashi and Zabuza. Well, Suigetsu is also kind of like a little bit frightened because like he's not really all that sure. Like he doesn't really know if he can do this. And Karin's kind of in the same boat with him. So yeah, basically, Kakashi, Zabuza, and Naruto are the only people that are really like thinking that they can actually take Han on. Han on. And you know, Gato's just like, well, these guys are idiots. Just Han, kill them. Han, kill them, and also the bridge builder too. Kill them and the bridge builder. The bridge builder is the guy with the weird hat. And Han is just like, oh, the guy over there. Very well then. But you'll have to pay me double if I'm to kill all of them. And Gato's just like, pay you double? Like, shit. I'm gonna put a hole in my wallet. And, you know, Kakashi and Zabuza just go over there. Zabuza's just like, hidden miss technique. And there's like a mist just like, and, you know, Kakashi's like, like, Chidori Thousand Birds, like, right, Kiri, you know, that shit. They're just like going straight for a blow to his chest. And Han, like, activates his freaking Biju chakra. And, you know, it kind of, like, burns Kakashi's hand. And also sends him flying. And, like, the force of that's, like, sending Kakashi flying is, like, knocking back the mist. And also, like, Han basically just puts his hands together. And then he just, like pushes them out. And basically just sends a bunch of boil release. And like just like distinguishes the mist. And basically just pops up near Zabuza. And it's like, punch! It's like 1-2 punch. Like knocks him out like Mike Tyson double uppercut. And, you know, Kakashi is just like, shit. Like, what the frick? And then he just gets this scroll and he just like twirls it around and lands on the ground. I was like, ooh. And then like the dogs come out and they just bite onto Han, and like Han just like turns himself into boil release, like whoosh, and like all the dogs start to burn, and like then Han just reforms up in the air and slams down like crown cut on Kakashi's head, and then just like grabs him and like throws him and like just drags him across like the freaking bridge by like the side of his head, and like lasso throws him like 10 feet in the air all the way down. Yeah. Zabuza and Kakashi just kind of got thrashed on by the Five Tails. And he was only like using like 2 tails of his chakra just to make sure that he actually was able to like go toe to toe with Zabuza and Kakashi. Like 2 tails for Zabuza, and whenever it actually got to Kakashi is whenever he actually got to like 3 tails worth of his actual like being. And Gato's like, oh shit, if he actually gets to 5 tails, I am going to be screwed. Like, Gato's not an idiot. Like, he's an asshole, but he's not an idiot. He knows about the whole Biju and shit, and the problems that could create. And so basically, like, Han's like, oh, well, that's just Peachy King, now Gato, where's the money? Like, he literally just, like, beat the shit out of Zabuza and freaking, like, Hikashi, and he's like, now Gato, where's the money? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just gets like a freaking all-for-one air cannon blast straight into his stomach, like, sends him, like, 20 feet back. It's like, BAM! Straight into, like, one of the pillars of the bridge. I'm like, fuck! Ow! It, like, broke my everything. And, like, as Han is trying to get back up, he actually realizes that I actually knocked one of the tails out of his cloak. He's back to 2 tails. And he's just like, son of a... Ow! That hurt. Like, Kokuo, what the hell? And Kokuo was like, kid's jutsu, whatever the hell it was so strong it actually knocked me back. A pinch. Whatever the hell he's using. Like, it's legit freaking crazy. He didn't even use any hand signs. He just waved his hand, and all of a sudden, some sort of airwave blast thing came out of nowhere. And Han is like, yeah, I know, I saw it, and I felt it. And I'm assuming you did too? And Kokuo was like, indefinitely. Like, yeah, indefinitely I did. And Naruto's just like, wait, boiler releases fire and water. And last time I checked, fire is weak to water. And then he just gets this grin on his face. And now Kokuo and Han are both like, what is that grin for? And Naruto is just like, disaster release, hurricane, water symphony. Like, disaster release, hurricane, Uzushio symphony. And then just like this big, giant fox mouth, like fox head. There's like a big mouth, of teeth, and just comes in and like consumes Han, and then blasts outward like a giant big wave, and like bam, like circular motion, like scoops him up, sends him up in the air, and like slams him down, and goes all the way from like 2 tails to like 1 tail, and then finally down to no tails. Like, Han is just like screwed over so bad. And like Kokuo's almost unconscious inside of him. Because like part of boiler release is indeed fire release, and water, like, you know, beats out fire. Like, fire is weak to water. So like that would kind of break like the power that Kokuo gives Han. So yeah, Kokuo's kind of screwed over. And so Han's kind of screwed over. Because Han is like the container to Kokuo. And so if Han gets screwed over, Kokuo gets screwed over. And that's basically what Naruto just did. He basically just kicked Han's ass. And Han basically just tries to get up and pull all like the 5 tails out, like turn like full tail beast transformation. And that's whenever Naruto is just like, nope. Like, he doesn't know if wind is good against fire. Like, he thinks, like, wind only, like, improves fire. But technically, if I make the attack faster than he can use any of his, like, boiler release, I can actually, you know, beat him out. So, basically, he's just like, disaster release. And he's just like, F5 Tornado, Uzushio Revenge, and like Uzushio Wave Revenge, and basically he's just like, what do you think an F5 Tornado would do to someone if it just picked him up in the air and slammed him down? right as soon as they tried to like pour into like their tail beast transformation. But yeah, basically it sends Hans flying like 30 feet into the air and onward like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. And Hans basically, he's not dead, but he's very close to being dead. And even though like Naruto knows his disaster release is very chakra consuming, well, basically it's all three of the elements that he's very good at. And plus, he has like 9 tail chakra reserves, so he has a lot of chakra already, so yeah. Plus he has like Uzumaki chakra, so double the reserves, like insane amount of reserves. Insane amount of double chakra reserves. So yeah, you don't really need to worry. Naruto doesn't really need to worry about that. Any of that. And so, yeah, basically, just happy slaps him. All the way back to, like, Iwagakure, all the way back to Iwagakure, and, onward and shit. And basically, Gato was, like, terrified now. He's like, holy shit. Like, this kid just beat my trump card. Like, beat the shit out of him. Like, holy shit. And even before, like, Gato was able to run away or, like, get any of his, like, minions, he sees that behind him his minions are all dead. Because basically, all of the water and all of the wind from, like, the different, disaster release jutsus kind of killed them too. And then Naruto just decides, like, well, Gato was looking the other way. Basically, like, disaster release. Like, basically, he's like, disaster release. Kokuo totem pull. And basically, Gato's like, what? Kokuo totem pull? Wait, isn't that the name of Hans? Oh, shit. Like, basically, Kokuo's, like, thing. Actually, no, Naruto would be like, disaster release. Son Goku totem pull. And basically, the reason why Son Goku totem pull is because, like, it's either magma or lava release that Son Goku gives you. It's like, basically, like, pull it from the earth. And basically, what happens is you get a little miniature earthquake, is what Naruto just does. Like, right underneath Gato. Like, he just shoots it right into the bridge and just pulls up from the ground right underneath Gato's feet. And Gato just gets consumed by the earthquake. And it just, like, acts like a little miniature volcano while he's inside there. Just blows him up. Like, he gets blowed up and sent, like, 1,000 feet into the air and then back, like, terminal velocity. Like, boom! And then all of a sudden it just repairs itself, like the bridge repairs itself. And the reason why he was able to do, like, Son Goku totem pull instead of, like, Kokuo totem pull or, like, Kurama totem pull is basically because it's all of the 9 Biju, so any of the Biju before Kurama, he could do, because, like, the different shit. So, yeah. Just the different Biju in general. So, yeah. Just his Keke Toda in general is busted as hell. And Kakashi and Zabuza just now getting up, and they've seen all of that. Like, they saw Naruto just kick Han's ass, and they just saw Naruto murder, like freaking up and murder Han, like, not really murder him, but close to murder him. And then they saw him just completely destroy not only Gato, but all of his forces. Like, maybe not all of his forces intentionally, but definitely intentionally kill Gato. And, everybody just celebrating because now the bridge is good. The bridge is done. We can do this. We good. We good. And so basically, Zabuza, basically that's the name of the Team Zabuza. They get their money, and Team 7 gets their money for whenever the mission is on for them. Yeah, so basically, all that's good is good. That's what I'm just gonna say here for this. So, yeah. This has been part 2.